What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy. I was gonna say mxdawodu. It's your boy Kakashi Crypto, aka Cash, and this is how it's going down. In this episode, I'll be bringing to you some overall news. We'll be talking about Core Finance, be talking about their fork. ENCORE, I talked about this yesterday, but I uploaded the video kind of late, so I'm going to be talking about it again. And then also we'll be talking about Zilliqa, and yeah, just doing some overall TA.
Stephen, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Having money on my mind, I having money in my pocket. Bone marrow roasted, spread it on the rosemary bread, lightly toasted, drizzle with the vinaigrette.
First of all, looking at the markets, we can see some slow turtle-like movement across the top 10. The largest mover being XRP, followed by crypto.com, and then Bitcoin. So not much movement, slow steady incline, so it's good to see price stability there. Markets have sort of recovered after Donald Trump has claimed to feel like he's on top of the world, but not going to get into that too much. Looking at the biggest gainers, we have Monero. So potentially Monero is expected to do quite well in the upcoming weeks or so, or end of the month at least. It should at least have a steady incline, but we'll look into that a bit later on, or after this actually. Looking at the biggest losers, we have Uniswap. So guys, what did I say about Uniswap? What did I say about buying Uniswap? I hope you listened. If not, too bad. But yeah, not to say I'm a expert in everything, but if there's a token that people get for free, don't be the sucker that's gonna buy it. I'm sorry guys, just mine it, do whatever you have to do, yield from it, all that jazz. Okay, looking at Monero, yeah, looking at the 200 EMA, it's just above the 200 EMA, and not to plagiarize, even though I like to do that a lot, but there's a YouTuber called Benjamin Cohen, and I'm going to summarize. Essentially, this guy does like a mathematical analysis on things. So he's analyzed that Monero tends to be a laggard in the market, and also tends to hold its value when other coins are going down in value. Henceforth, he is saying that this sort of price trend will continue, and we're sort of expected to reach somewhat these levels here. But if we are in an upcoming bull run, then essentially previous highs for this coin were around $469 or so, but who knows how long that's going to take. That could be in the next 18-24 months. So ultimately those gains aren't, well, they're good gains, but they will take a long time to play out. But in terms of hedging your bets, this would be a good coin to get into now. On top of me saying that, I also saw like a token metrics prediction. I told you guys about token metrics already, and that's predicted this coin to sort of do well in the upcoming months. Not to like go parabolic or anything, but to have a slow steady incline. So if you are looking for a steady trade, investment-ish, whatever you want to call it, potentially look at entering Monero, and who knows what the price will go up to. Maybe I don't know, $120-$140 mark. That would see a price movement of around 15%, which is moderate. I'm not going to enter it, to be honest, because it's not enough for me. I feel like I would be losing out on an opportunity with that capital I have. You only have limited capital, so you have to be wise with it. But if you are a more conservative trader, investor, then potentially Monero would be a good investment for you, especially in the upcoming months or so. So that's Monero, guys. Especially long term, it's a good hedge. That's that. Okay, guys, looking at Zilliqa on the weekly chart, we are still in what I seem to believe is a descending wedge, and the price action did get rejected here at this level here. It could be invalidated, who knows, it could find support here, excuse me, and then break out of this downwards trend. However, on the weekly chart, that has more significance. It's not just the hourly, it's not the 4 hourly, it's the weekly chart. So this has a lot of significance. This bears in mind all of the hourly, daily, all that data into this. So I feel like it may come down to retest the this is against the dollar mark, so this is against the dollar, not against Bitcoin, just well, you guys can see. But yeah, it may come down to test the 0.016 cent mark before possibly trading sideways, or even going down to test this 0.013 cent mark before, you know, having another retest of our upper resistance. So if you're looking, yes, it's going down as we speak now. If you're looking to you know, enter another Zilliqa position, I would wait for, you know, either this not support line, this sort of area here, or either this area here. We are still early in this descending wedge, so I would just be patient. We have seen, yeah, I would just be patient, guys. Looking at the MACD on the weekly, even though we are seeing less selling pressure at the moment, you do have to bear in mind it's only a Tuesday. This could easily increase in the next weeks or so, you know, as we did start the week around here, you know, 0.021 cent mark. So this candle here is minus 8%. Potentially we could see another minus 34%. Not to say that it will happen, guys, but just have that on your radar. You know, it's always good to have cash on the side so you can enter at a discounted rate. I'm not saying Zilliqa is going to zero. I do believe long term it will go to the moon. So just have your cash ready on the side so you can, you know, you can catch a good wick, and then you can just ride, you know, the next up cycle. Because ultimately, when we do break out of this descending triangle, you know, I do believe we'll be seeing similar price movement to these, you know, previous weekly candles here, where we went from the 0.03 mark to all the way up to the 0.003 mark all the way up to the 0.03, which is like a 10x in, I don't know, month, 2 months. So yeah, definitely end of the year we would, well, definite, possibly end of the year we'll break out of this descending wedge. So yeah, just be ready on the sidelines, guys, waiting for these dips, or bottoms I should say. You know, we're going bottom fishing, guys. Bottom fishing, that's what we're doing. We catch these wicks, we ride the gains upwards. So that is Zilliqa. I'm not gonna go over, you know, the daily, the hourly, all the news. I think I'll do some news over the weekend. But yeah, looking at, you know, the up and coming coins that I've been talking about, ENCORE Finance. So this coin, guys, if you do have, you know, some ETH to spare, not to spare per se, but like to invest, like this coin, potentially it could be the next core. You know, hence the plain words ENCORE. But you can see here, this is around £1 million, guys. £1 million. This liquidity event, this LGE liquidity generation event, lasted for around 2 days. It's coming to an end now in the next 11 hours or so. So by the time I get back home, it should be over. And ultimately, if it can do anything like core, then you can be making sweet daily returns and have, you know, you'll be profitable by like, you know, a fortnight, a week, a fortnight, a month. Just to give you some perspective, so this website is called corefarming.info, and basically it gives you, you know, the price data for core. We did see a price high of Core Finance for around, I think, 9,700, where I did not sell like an idiot and I missed out on 1k gains. Instead, I sold for £150, but you know, we move on. We'll be talking about Core's price chart a bit later. But look, this is the total liquidity locked up in Core Finance, yeah, $31 million. But yeah, we're talking about the tier and the beautiful setup that I believe is going to spring into action. But basically, guys, look at the fees, okay? Well, not the fees. This is the LP value. So if you wanted to and you're into that, you could trade the token value itself. But sorry, not the token value, the liquidity pool. If you're into that, that's a bit more complicated. But essentially, these are the daily feeds, okay? Fees, not feeds. The daily fees from people trading the coin, okay? So $157,000 in the last 24 hours alone. Okay, so if you own 1 LP, this is how much you'd be making a day, which is that's the equivalent amount in core. So let that sink in, guys. And this is just from the current low volatility, not volatility, the low price. You know, previously, if you had got in, you know, early, you would have been able to ride the high fees all the way up to the 9,000 levels. But you know, if this coin is to continue its price movement, its dynamic upwards price movement, let's say it goes to like 15,000, I don't know, 20,000 in a hypothetical world, then you would see these fees, these daily fees earned for each liquidity pool token multiplied several times. Okay, and this is just in the of this coin. Moving on, guys, if ENCORE Finance could even have, you know, half the success of core finance, which a lot of investors are, you know, at least $1.3 million of investor funds are betting on the fact that this coin could have a similar outcome to core finance, then, you know, just imagine the potential, and imagine the potential as well for if you buy in on the token as soon as it's available. You could ride the wave from, I don't know, from anywhere from, let's say it's worth like $100 and it goes up to, I don't know, like a couple thousand. You can easily cash that out, easily 100% easily. But you just have to pay attention to the market. And the best thing about this is that you don't even need to buy the whole token. You can buy a tenth, you can buy a fifth. Obviously now you want to be buying more of the token, because the more you have, the more you're able to profit from the potential upwards price movement. So just, you know, have that on your radar, guys. I personally do believe that this project, this fork of core finance, will be a success, guys. There's $1.3 million worth of investor funds, £1 million worth of investor funds, 3,800 ETH. Okay, when I woke up, this was 3,804. Okay, it's gone up by, like, I don't know, by 51 ETH. Okay, that's not chump change. Okay, just please, guys, please, I implore you to at least consider this opportunity. Okay, because moving on, look, okay, if you were able, you are savvy enough to get in on this coin just from its inception. Let's say from this dip here, yeah, all the way up to its high of around, I don't know, 9k. That would have been a 15x gain on your investment, guys. 15x. Okay, the price of one Ethereum now is roughly, I don't know, $350. Let's times that by 15. Okay, that's $5,250. But I don't necessarily think that this project will do the exact numbers that Core has done. So let's say it does half as well as Core has done in terms of the price movement. Okay, that would be $2,000. That would be a 7x if you were just to get in from, you know, its first initial dip, not from the start, its first initial dip. That doesn't include all the daily trading fees that you would get, the daily trading fees if you were to buy in on this liquidity pool token, guys. So just have that on your radar. Okay, but yeah, looking at Core Finance and the TA for the chart, so I have had a look at the hourly, the 4 hourly, and the 12 hourly, and I do believe it's setting up for a beautiful sprint out. Okay, just to give you some perspective. Okay, this has been somewhat our support and resistance line previously. After our, you know, the markets are very emotional. Okay, like when I entered here, I thought, okay, this is not going to go past this all-time high. Oh shit, what have I done? Why did I buy this coin? But we found support at this level here, which has been a continuous level of support and resistance, being bounced off several times in the last 2 weeks. Several times. Here. You guys get the gist. I don't have to point out every single occasion. Ultimately, you know, we bounced off of it. We came up to test. We didn't surpass the all-time high, which at this moment of time was around 3,900. $27. We did get rejected. We traded sideways, and then we did get rejected before coming up to try and test this resistance line, getting rejected again, which would have been a beautiful opportunity. And then we ultimately broke out of this this resistance area, and then we made a new high of 5,500 before coming down to test this same key area of resistance, guys. Flipped support. Then we started to moon upwards again, and then we made a new high of basically $9,700, at which point I should have cashed out. So if we do go to see a new level of all-time high, then I do believe that you guys should cash out. Don't make the mistake that I did. But basically from this all-time high, guess which area we came down to retest? This exact level of support here. And I do believe we are forming an ascending triangle, because ultimately this, we've had 2 touches on this downwards resistance line here, 3 touches on this support line, and I just do believe it's imminent. I believe we are forming a bullish divergence. More clear when you look on the 4-hourly chart. Just to zoom out, show you guys what I mean. So you can see here, it's very triangular movement. Okay, we came up here, came down, and let me just make this a bit yellow so you can see what I mean. So we came up, came down to test it, sprinkled out of it, went below the support line. Then we started to moon, obviously having some pullbacks, which would have been good entry times. And then we're doing a similar thing. Obviously we've had our several pullbacks, one being here, one being here, which is now our current level of support. And then we made a new all-time high. We are coiling up, and I do believe there may be even another dip before we start to make new all-time highs. And what would the price target be? Just to be, I don't know, this is just like a hypothetical. It's not guaranteed, but based off of the previous high from this candle here, I could see the price target being around the 11,854 level mark. It could fall short of that. It could even go to test previous levels of support before even getting rejected, before then going up. Who knows? But I do believe like this will be a repetitive feature of core finance. So I am an idiot for for selling my coins. I did sort of panic sell at this level here. I did sell in profit, but don't be like me, guys. Learn from my mistakes. Just hodl, okay? Hodl. I don't know how long we will hold this level of support/resistance. So ultimately, guys, this project is coming out with new, not features, I'd say new liquidity pools that they are offering to the core finance users. So I would say have a look at this Medium article here. You can go to Core Finance's Twitter, but you can see here they've had a liquidity generation event. And yeah, one thing to remember is that with Core Finance, once you put your money in, there's no getting it out. Okay, there's no getting it out. You would earn basic, not dividends, interest on the trading fees for this token. So yeah, just have a look at that, guys. But yeah, that's been the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.